Hello, and welcome to the Malarkus Podcast, where we talk about anything and everything. I am Joshua, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, Hayden.
What is up, guys? We here.
Brody.
Hello.
Dylan.
Yeah, it's TD.
And we have a very special guest, James.
It's your boy, Skinny Poonis. Hey.
You heard it first from the Malarkus. Brody, I'm going to fucking hit you in the face if you make fun of me already.
I was about to.
I mean, that's Hayden's job right now.
Anyways. We are currently live in a basement with...
We're not in a basement. We're in the HQ.
Yeah, the HQ, sorry. With a white fold-up table, all sitting around, and we're doing... Why, dude?
What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know.
Sounded fucking funny. Anyways, okay, so yeah, this is live, boys. We're doing this live. It's no longer a Discord. We are actually all in person. We could all see each other's fucking beautiful faces. I could see how gay Dylan's mom is just from looking deeply into his eyes.
Oh, hey. My mom would like to...
Is she still gay?
Yes, she is still gay.
Does she listen to the podcast?
Yes, she actually does.
Oh,
and she
my
would
God.
like to thank you guys for thinking of her at the beginning of every podcast.
Shout out to gay moms.
Dead serious. She sat there and listened to the episode about me. She sat there and listened all the way through that.
So she listened to one episode, not...
She's listened to the other ones too. I played her half
Okay.
of the first and second.
Dope. Awesome, guys. So yeah, we're trying...
Go
Hayden-
supportive moms.
Hayden, why are you
Oh my
laughing?
God, that's just so freaking great.
You're literally dying over here.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Because his mom.
Dylan, stop fucking with that.
I don't want to set it on the...
Okay, so now we're gonna talk about like how Juice WRLD died and just like the drugs and the what?
He winked at me.
I saw that. That's what I was confused about. And the drugs and modern music and / pop culture, because I mean, Juice WRLD was literally He was 21 years old. How old are you, James?
I am 19, going about to be 20.
Okay, so he's literally 2 to 1. Let's say 2 to 1 years older than us. Literally, that's how much older. So that's like you in a year, like overdosing on drugs and like shit like that.
I mean, he kind of brought it on himself, honestly, taking all that shit.
Yeah, I know, but it's just, I don't know. It's just, it's the more and more young. Well, he's like, because Avicii died, I think last year. XXX. I think he was what? He was our age, wasn't he?
No, X was 21, 22.
Okay.
And then, like, Lil Peep did die
Yep.
from drugs also.
Mac Miller.
Yep.
Like, it's just, I don't know. It's not okay at all. It's just because, like, I was watching a documentary on lean. Literally all lean is prescription cough medicine. And
it's pretty much liquid heroin. Or, like, liquid heroin
it's an
or liquid
opiate.
meth.
It's an opioid.
Yeah, liquid meth. Now.
That's
And,
nice. Very
yeah,
nice.
and it's just like, it gives you the feeling of euphoria, which is basically just like calmness and like everything's okay in your head and that like you're in a good state
a
of...
euphoric experience is like you feel high without consuming something. So it wouldn't
No.
really be like, yeah, that's what euphoria is.
No, euphoria is like when you consume something and like there's like you just have mental ease. I'm almost sure of it because that's what they referred to it many times in the documentary. And so like a small bottle like this big, which I would say 4 to 6 inches, was $2,000 on the street. Is the street value of it $2,000? That's crazy. That's absolutely insane.
That's dumb.
The dictionary says euphoric definition is characterized by or feeling intense excitement and happiness.
Yeah.
I always thought that lean was like a downer, like it calmed you down, and like if you drank too much of it, you would shut down, just like
Yeah, like
meth.
well, like excitement. I don't know, because because it's mainly rappers that were taking it. What they were describing it as is like their life is so crazy and everything like that, and just like it makes them like it just makes their mind ease.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I could see it that way because
Yeah.
like it takes like all the stress off. And,
Yeah.
like it's a downer, so that's what it would do. Yeah.
But yeah, and it's really messed up, and it's sad to think that just like kids literally our age, just because they're in this rap, pop culture, music, whatever, that they're just literally overdosing on these drugs. And do you guys know that he had like I think it was 75 pounds of weed on
Yeah,
his
that's what I
private
heard.
jet.
And he had perk 30s, and he took all the perk.
Yeah, there was a bunch of drugs on his jet, and there was this TMZ article about how like he was being targeted by the police and like FBI and shit like that. And it was like, well, no shit, dude. If you have 75 pounds of weed, now I saw this one thing, and they like the street market value of that was like, and it was on the low end, was like I think it was like $300,000 worth of weed. And so like if you have $300,000 worth of weed plus Percocets on your private jet, I would sure hope that the police and the FBI
We're on that.
exactly were targeting you, because I mean that's not okay. I mean
No.
yeah. So I mean I just think that, I don't know, it's just not a good, it's sad. It's really sad because I mean like there was so many, like during the rock in the 80s and all that stuff, like in multiple of his songs he says like how it's no longer the 27 club, which what he's mean by that is like there used to be like everyone would die at age 27, now it's you're dying at 19, 21, 20, like
Stupid.
yeah, it's just dumb. And it's just like we're getting to the point where it's like we're having living proof of like a culture, just a culture in general, just literally killing off people, which I mean it's not like hundreds of thousands, but I mean a life is a life at the end of the day. I mean that's really how I look at it.
Yeah, but then I also hate how all like the teenagers like glorify them. Oh
Yeah.
my
Mhm.
god, he was taken too young. No, you're just an idiot.
I
an
won't
OD.
glorify him, but I will say it's like, yeah, it's unfortunate that he was lost in the industry and shit like
Yeah.
that. Like that's about the only thing like I feel when it
Yeah.
comes to stuff
Like,
like
yeah,
that.
I mean, oh crap, he died. Oh wait, he was an idiot and OD'd on something.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
his fault.
It's always shitty to see somebody die, but at the same time, it was
Yeah.
Like
it's
you
their
can,
fault.
I
They
guess
did
you
it
can
themselves.
you can recognize it, but you don't need to glorify it, like you said, Hayden.
Yep.
Like you can definitely recognize it, because I like literally, dude. I'm 3 years from being 21 years old. Like we would have went to high school with him. That would have been like a senior when we were a freshman, like dying.
Yeah.
That's like it's just that thought alone just like fucks with my. I mean I'm not like fucked up from it, but like it's just like it's definitely there, and it's just I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird, and I hope that it comes to an end, which is I know it's never gonna, because I mean drugs has always been in rap, pop culture, music, and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's they glorify that shit all the time. Like,
They always talk about sipping lean in all their songs.
yeah, if you listen to some of
Every
his
time.
music, he talks about sipping lean
Mhm.
and doing all this and all that. It's just they're glorifying it and they're getting away with it, and then now they're finally freaking
Paying the price.
yeah.
Yeah, that and,
And-
it puts an impression on the kids who listen to that crap.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, that's so cool. It's like, oh yeah, it's real cool.
Well, like there
Die.
was in that documentary I was watching, they were actually talking to rappers like, why do you guys talk about lean and taking all these drugs in your music? And they're like, well, for us, that's our life, and that's what we want to project, and like this is their life story, because they've always been around drugs. They've always been around the hardcore drugs, whether it was lean, Percocet, weed, whatever you want to call it, whatever drug they refer to. It's just they're part of their life. It's just part of their life. And like most artists, what do? They project their life into their music and stuff like that. So I don't know if like he was using it as a crutch just because it was part of his life, or if it was like he was blaming his life on it. But he's just said that basically when I talk about lean in my music, I'm not trying to encourage it. I'm just like basically explaining my life. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think it's okay? And at the same time, do you think it's okay to blame someone? Like blame Juice WRLD for, so let's say like next week, like 30 kids overdose on lean or whatever. Let's say these rappers just say one rapper talked about in his song once. Is it okay to target him and like blame him for what, just because of those kids dying?
Absolutely not. Why would they? That's so pointless.
Well,
It's
that's-
your kid. It's your kid's dumbass decision for deciding to do that.
Exactly. So then like that's where you can kind of like play off of like, so I don't know.
It's kind of. I
Like
would say
that,
it's
so
a
where
half
do you
and
where do you
half.
draw the line between it's okay to mention drugs, to refer to drugs and alcohol in your music, but then where do you draw the line? Be like, okay, so it was your fault that or that these kids or this people overdosed on what you mentioned in your song. Is there a line, or is it just like whatever? You know what I mean? Is there a line?
I would definitely say it's like half and half. Like obviously like talking about how they glorify him and stuff. They're gonna think like, oh, this is super cool, and I'll be really cool if I do this stuff.
Yeah.
So
Or you
I'm-
like we'll live the same lifestyle as them. Like
Yeah.
we'll get famous.
exactly, like they'll think that's okay, and they'll do this stuff and think it's gonna happen to them, but obviously it's not gonna happen. But then there's this other thing too. Like you need to have the mental capacity to be able to listen to this music and not feel like you have to do it. Like if
Yeah.
that kind of makes sense.
You need that maturity.
yeah,
That's
like,
a better word.
Like I listen to rap here and there, and I don't do all that stupid
Yeah,
stuff.
just because they say I'm sipping
Yeah.
lean doesn't make you want to go sip lean.
Exactly.
Just like with movies, they can put
Yeah.
whatever they want in
Mhm.
movies.
Yep, same
Doesn't
thing.
mean you have
That's
to
very
go
true.
out and do it.
I mean, you can't blame how easily someone's influenced by something on the thing that they're influenced by. At some point, if you start suppressing what you can say in music or anything in movies, anything like that, you're suppressing the freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And then where do you draw the line of what you can and cannot say?
Exactly. That's like one thing that I'm like I really like if I think about is because it's like, so what happens if like literally just like an epidemic breaks out and just some rapper like was talking about it in his music, like what do you really think that I could really honestly see people prosecuting that rapper for like infecting their kid's brain with the idea of like them doing whatever it may
Well,
be.
That's kind of along the same thing with parents trying to sue Juul for having fruity flavors.
Yeah.
Or even suing gun companies.
See, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like the Sandy Hook survivors suing like Remington.
Really? They
Yeah.
did that?
Yeah,
I did not know
suing
that.
the gun manufacturer of the gun that killed their kids. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry your kid died, but it's not the gun manufacturer's fault. They're making a gun. It's the sick person behind the gun that's doing it that killed your kid. That's his fault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I feel like if you're going to talk about that, I feel like you're definitely taking a very big risk of it someday coming back and biting you in the ass, just because like these days you can get literally sued for anything, and I don't know when that time is going to be, when it's going to start. Like I don't know. Do you guys think that they'll ever be like, you cannot talk about drugs and whatever in your music because it's just coming to the point where too many kids are being influenced and like taking this to the next level?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna happen someday. People are gonna be like, hey, this is not okay. We need to watch what they're doing. But like, I don't agree with that though. It's
Because
free-
I think like monitoring, like where then it also like the parents need to draw the line of like monitoring. Okay, so I know this is kind of off topic, but so do you think that like when we have kids and now the internet is so accessible, do you think kids should have the internet talk like how you have the sex talk? Should kids have the internet talk about how to be safe on the internet and just stuff like that?
Oh,
yes,
for sure.
I
Like I feel like
agree.
I feel like that's something that we really need to implement, not just in our society and just not in our country, but like everyone needs to implement that into their life. I would say for here on out, with if a kid is going to have access to the internet, they need to have the internet talk.
I think the biggest problem I have is I do see us moving that way societally towards something where it won't be okay to say certain things in music anymore. And I think the biggest problem with that is that... Oh, sorry. Anyway,
You're good.
the biggest problem with that is we're trying to have the government teach our kids more than we want to teach our kids.
Yeah.
You need to lead your kids. You can't let them do whatever they want on the internet. There's so much on the internet. If you let your kid run wild on it when they're still very easily influenced,
Yeah.
bad things are going to happen.
Well, that's
You
the
need to
thing,
teach your kids to be a leader, not a follower.
Yeah.
Because I mean, okay,
trying to have the
so
government fix
you
all of your
shouldn't have-
parenting is
yeah.
causing problems for older people.
You don't rely on the government to do anything, because that's what's happening nowadays. Is the government's getting too big. I hate big government. It is stupid, and the more we rely on them and want them to do stuff for us, the bigger it gets.
Yeah.
I think it's just stupid.
I just think it's gonna be like it needs to happen. I don't know when it's gonna be culturally accepted, but it needs to happen because it's just like there's so many avenues and bad things you can find on the internet that we could like imagine like being like a young kid and like learning about sex from porn. Like what if you watch like the wrong thing? Like what if you watch some really really fucked up porn and then like your thought behind it is that no, that is the norm. You know what I mean? Like that could cause some like I don't want to maybe possibly trauma.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because I mean, I want just because like the site's always like, are you 18? Dude, you can fucking hit yes and no, like that's all you have to do. There's no monitoring. There's nothing behind it. It's like that. I think that's another really big problem.
But again, it's not the government's problem to
Exactly,
monitor that.
yeah.
It's the parents. You need to
Mhm.
see, you need to know
Yeah.
what your kid is doing online.
Yeah, exactly. What are you gonna say, James?
I mean, I was gonna agree with you about the whole thing with the whole when you go onto a porn site,
Yeah.
it asks if you're 18. You can do that. It's not gonna stop you if you're not. It's like that one meme I saw, a Simpson meme, and it was like Lisa sitting there reading a sign. It's like, "Don't enter," but saying do the right thing, but I'm just a sign, so
Yeah.
you really listen to
Mhm.
a sign.
Yeah, exactly. when GTA put the casino in their game, 52 countries banned it.
The casino?
Yep. 52 countries banned it because they thought that going in the casino and doing the gambling things
it's gonna impression the kids?
would build habits.
Yeah.
They would get the high of gambling,
Yep.
and therefore you would take these. I mean, because it's a video game, anyone can play it. It would be taking these young minds. It's the same thing with like CS:GO gambling, and everything like that.
Yeah, they don't let them get CS:GO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like it's the whole fact behind it. But like if you start like programming their brains now when they're young and like they're still learning and they're maturing, if you program their games now, like they think that that's going to lead to a problem down the future. Like, what do you guys think about that? Like, is that okay for them to like? Because they're literally censoring a video game. They're censoring a video game for having just a gambling aspect in it. Like, you can't spend real life money into it. You can go in there with your GTA money and you can gamble your GTA money, and that's it.
I mean, again, it's a problem with the government doing a parent's job. And if I remember correctly, Super Mario like 64, I used to have on the DS. I'm pretty sure you could gamble on that. There was like a little arcade thing, and there was
I don't
yeah.
remember.
gambling, all that stuff.
I don't know if you guys remember, but remember that one mission in Call of Duty Modern Warfare?
Which one?
I
Just
think
the
it was the first one.
So
Modern
4,
Warfare,
Call of Duty 4.
or 2. But you're playing as the Russians, and you go into this airport, and you legit just shoot
Yeah.
everyone. Like,
Do you remember that, Hayden?
you
No,
guys,
Because it has
I never
it's the
played it,
one.
but
No,
I saw the-
you had to have, dude. It's the Modern Warfare 2 with the hijack map on it.
yeah,
It's literally in an
That's
airport.
Black Ops, but
Oh,
I know
you're
what
right.
you're, I know what
shit.
you're talking about. I've
wait.
seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen the clip, but yeah, you just mow people down.
Like literally, you walk in there and you're committing act of terrorism.
yeah.
Like that would never be allowed in today's culture. And that game came out 10 years ago. Like we're taking. I don't want to say in the wrong direction because I don't know. I don't want to be the one to say what's allowed and what's not allowed. But like, it's becoming a serious problem.
Do you feel games like that have stuff like that could contribute to the mass shootings?
I think it is very ignorant to blame stuff on that. To blame because it's not. You could literally watch a video of someone being murdered over and over and over again. That is not going to force you to see someone to go murder someone. I feel like all that's going to do is make seeing someone murdered be the norm in your head. It's just going to make murder normal to you. Whether or not you would go do it, I don't know. I think it starts where mental illness is.
If it's, I think it's more the mental capacity of the individual watching it. Like if you're in a wrong state of mind and then you go see that, that's going to put you even a more wrong state of
Yeah.
mind. And I think that's where it happens. Like
Yeah,
people who already have like mental handicaps and stuff, disabilities and whatnot.
or okay, not even mental disabilities. If you're just
Or
in
just
a bad
screwed up.
state of mind,
Yeah.
like if you're just depressed and let's say, because I mean you don't have to have a mental disability to be depressed or just not to be in the right headspace whatsoever. Like it can just be it's like being sick.
Yeah.
Like I think if we're ever gonna solve this school shooting and all these other problems, like terrorism just in general, like especially just in America, because I mean we're all from America, like all these school shootings, and there hasn't been one in a long time. Like honestly,
Months.
I mean, it used to be every month.
Yeah, it was sad.
Like, I'm not trying to like.
Well, the other thing too, that they started to kind of get better at it. They were not giving it as much news coverage.
Yeah, definitely. They weren't publicizing it as much as.
Yes, because that was a big problem. They would give it so much publicity all the time, and like people who are already in the wrong state of mind, seeing that on the news and stuff, they're like, "Look at all fame
look at all the
this
attention
guy's getting. I'm gonna go do this now." It's like no.
Well,
dude,
and it's just
come
like
on.
the one in Florida, the big one, the one that killed. Yeah,
Parkland?
Parkview. Yeah, Parkland.
Something
Yeah,
like
you're right. Like, the police were called to his house several times.
Yeah.
The kid brought live ammunition to the school before that happened. Then when they attack the gun companies, there is no reason that they should be attacking gun companies when literally there was so many red flags.
Yeah.
Like the system's fucked up. Not the gun companies. And like the one, remember the church shooting?
Yeah. Was that in like Texas?
Yeah.
I think so. So that guy, he was in the military. I think he was in the Navy, and he got dishonorably discharged for like abuse or something like that, for like
Domestic violence. with a
domestic
deadly
violence.
weapon.
Yep. And that should have been on his FBI record, or that should have went on his record. So when he got the background check, that was never on his record because the government military fucked
They
up and
screwed up
didn't
and
put
didn't
it
do it,
on
right?
his
Yeah.
record. That man should have never owned a gun in the first place, but
Yeah.
it still happened. So I mean, from there's two examples, very big examples that you could literally walk up to anyone and be, hey, do you remember the Parkland school shooting? Do you remember the church shooting that happened in Texas? There's two really big examples that hundreds of people died in, where it simply was the system failed.
Yeah, and that's why I hate when people say, "Oh, we need more gun control."
Yeah.
No, it's stupid. We have gun control right now that's not utilized correctly and not followed through with.
Well, it's just
I look at it the same way as drugs. The fight against drugs. They're illegal. Guess what?
People still do 'em.
All around.
yeah.
Yep.
No matter what, it's just
You
there's
can
gonna
make a shotgun with a.
You can 3D print them.
Yeah.
yeah. You
And
can-
how long has the war on drugs been going on? Forever. It's never changed. Like there's still drugs are as big of a problem as they always been.
Before the turn of the decade, correct?
And yeah, and
probably
like,
since ever. I mean, okay. I would say
Well,
I would argue until
like the United States.
I would argue until like the formal government started, because I mean the Indians were getting high all the fucking time, and guess what? No one gave a shit who got high. It only started when the big boss upstairs, the government, was like, "Oh, we don't like this. This is hurting our."
It was like.
I mean, I don't.
the
Maybe
era
maybe it
of
was PR.
acid.
Maybe it was PR. Like as this country, because I mean, like literally, dude, the Indians and everyone else before like drugs were illegal were getting high. Like literally, the Indians would sit around a fire and drink this liquid that would literally make you hallucinate. They were, who knows what it was.
It was peyote tea.
There you go. It would literally make you hallucinate, and that was perfectly okay. No one. What? How do you know that?
Movies.
What if that's just a made-up name?
Peyote is no. I know peyote. Peyote is an actual thing. It's like a little cactus flower in the desert, and
The liquids from it make you hallucinate.
yes, if you smoke it, you would hallucinate also.
Okay. So yeah. Anyways, like they would literally do that, and no one gave a shit. What's funny, Hayden?
I
Is it
keep
just
think-
funny that I know
Yeah,
that?
that, and I kept thinking of peyronie's.
Oh my.
But yeah,
God.
like that just that fact alone, like no one gave a shit. So why should we give a shit now?
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
because they're manufacturing drugs and like
Yeah.
doing it in an incorrect way, and it's killing people, and
yeah, that's
it's not
the big
just
thing.
a plant thing. It's
You-
not just a random plant now. It's,
Well,
Yeah.
that and the advances of technology and stuff. Like also, like if you got to go to your job the next morning and you're getting
Yeah.
like super screwed up,
Uh-huh.
and like if you like say you're operating machinery that other people are using and stuff, if you screw up, those other people can
yeah, like
die.
if
Yeah.
you say you're on a bender
Yeah.
and you're operating heavy machinery, and boom, 4 people die on a
And
job
then the same
site.
thing, everybody owns a car.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like if you're out driving like high or anything, like what if you screw up and kill someone? Like
or even think
That's
when
a
you
big
go
thing.
and go into the hospital, you need a procedure, and your doctor comes.
yeah,
in,
your
he's
doctor
high.
comes in high. Yeah. Like he has
Yeah,
to
you're
perform
right,
brain
you're right.
surgery or
Mhm.
something. He's like, "Oh, well, I might clip that one."
I mean,
Like,
like
no.
even in Colorado where weed is legal, if certain professions you cannot do it.
You can't,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, at least they do that.
Well, like when I get my pilot's license, if I get one DUI, so if I get caught drinking over, I don't even have to like as long if I get caught with being over the legal limit of operating a vehicle, no matter how many hours I have, no matter what, no matter even if I was if it was on the dot, if I am considered drunk while driving, I will lose all my hours and I will lose my license and I will never be able to set foot in a helicopter again as a pilot in command. Never.
Yeah.
Never, ever, ever. Like that's it's
Which
it's
I
it's,
mean-
it's a pretty and like but there's a reason why, because would you want a pilot being drunk and flying your helicopter,
no.
flying your plane?
Same
like
thing, yeah, like planes and stuff.
Yeah,
Like, no, you can't.
exactly. Like there's a bunch of people's lives in your hand. But
Yep.
do you guys remember that one drug that was in Florida? It was like 2016, I think, where like people were being like zombies and like it was really fucking people up.
Bath salts.
Yeah, bath
No, it
salts.
was something else.
Or was it?
It was called something else. It was a synthetic drug.
Well, I know bath
Bath
salts
salts.
was when
No, it
people were
was something
eating,
else.
Because they
like,
were
other
eating
people's
each other's faces off.
yeah.
It was the bath salts.
Yeah, there was
Wasn't there like a?
another drug though. I
K-
can't remember what it was called.
K2 Spice. Are you talking
Yes,
about
it was
that?
K2.
Oh.
Yes.
I
And
had
so-
a personal like I've never took spice, but it used to be a huge problem at our school. I was in suspension when one of the kids got found in the bathroom tweaking out on bad spice.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So what that drug came from China, and it was supposedly the chemist that invented this drug wanted to replace heroin. So this drug was coming into the United States, and eventually, like obviously, they banned that drug. So you know what China did? They took the chemical formula of that drug and they changed one part of it. So instead of K2, what was it? Just K2, right?
K2 Spice.
It was like K2H. They literally just changed one chemical compound of the drug, and you know what? It's no longer illegal. That is
Yep.
that is what synthetic drugs are. So like the fact that like all you have to do is change one chemical compound of it or add a chemical compound on it, and it completely changes the drug, and that drug is no longer illegal. Even though literally all it did was slightly alter the effects you would get from the drug. That's
I was
all it
gonna say,
did.
Even say you just slightly switch it, you don't know, that could screw you up even
Exactly.
more though too. Because
Uh-huh.
oh yeah, we'll just do this and then we'll call it good.
Yeah.
Like maybe you take it and you die in 36 hours.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't know.
You don't know.
What do you guys think about that?
I think it's pretty fucked up that was even a thing, cause like, I remember there was this one YouTuber I would always listen to and stuff, and he would talk about like his life experiences, kind of like how we are, and he was younger and he got into spice, and you could literally go to stores and they would sell it to you as papers, like rolling papers,
That's crazy.
and it was a class 2 felony, and they're just selling it out of their shop.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. Drugs are fucked up, dude. It's like it's something you want to stay away from. Like and the sad part about it is that in multiple cases it's not even their fault, because I mean doctors are prescribing legal like fentanyl. Like that's a really big problem. Like fentanyl is like it's an opiate, so they get addicted to Percocets, which is an opiate too. What painkillers, like if you have severe chronic back pain.
Xanax.
Exactly. And-
Adderall.
And they're like, well, I need that high. Like I'm addicted to them now, because so they have really bad back pain. They take 5 instead of 1. Oh, you're fucked now because you're addicted. So now what do? You go on the street and you find fentanyl, which completely fucks up your life. And fentanyl is worse than heroin, because like when you take heroin and
it
meth,
always starts as like you'll start popping pills, then you'll go out, you'll start buying pills off the street and shit, and then it gets to a point where pills are like super expensive to buy.
yeah, well, it's not
and
even
that's
that.
when they go to heroin,
It's
or not
No,
heroin, meth.
No, they stay on fentanyl because the high that you you get sick from heroin and meth when you have withdrawals. Like you get like physically sick. Same thing happens from fentanyl, but it's 10 times worse. So therefore, that's why the drug itself is not addictive. It's just like it feels like you're dying, so you take it to make you feel better. You take it as a medication, so you feel better, so you don't feel like you're gonna die. And that's the addictive side of it, and it literally controls people's life. Like Canada has a huge problem with it. I don't know why. It's just Canada, because Canadians,
Free healthcare.
Yeah, I was gonna say their healthcare.
yeah. And like the rehabs take like 6 months to get into.
Yeah.
6 months. 6 months to get into rehab. 6 months to be like starting to get like just help. And like what they do is they give you smaller doses of it and like slowly
Wean you.
Yeah,
they slowly wean you off of it.
but it takes 6 months to even get prescribed it. So like where are you gonna, like, I don't know. It's really sad.
It is.
It's really sad.
pathetic.
And I feel like I don't know. It's just one of those one more things in the world that's never going to change, no matter what you do about it.
Hold on, I want to ask you guys a question. Have you seen a mugshot recently of a person we used to go to school
Yes.
with? That is fucking crazy.
Yes.
Like, I saw that, and it's so weird, because, like, I'll be like, oh, hey, I remember her. I wonder what she's doing now.
Like, oh, I know now.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and like it doesn't even say. It just says it doesn't say what she got in trouble. It's just that she was involved in multiple crimes. That's all it said.
In multiple counties.
Yeah.
Yep. That's insane.
And she's on the run.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
Like literally, we went to high school with her
Active
for like, I think she left her
Probably
sophomore
4
year.
years.
No, we went. She was in our class for
yeah.
until like
Oh.
Sophomore,
no,
freshman year.
It was
one of the
sophomore, or
two.
freshman year, one of the two. Yeah. And then she was out of there. She dipped out of
Yeah.
there. I don't remember though. But yeah, that's
That's crazy.
yeah. Yeah, no one's pregnant yet though. At least I think. I don't think anyone's pregnant from our
Not
class.
that we're aware of.
Yeah.
You usually give them a year.
Yeah, that's true.
Like there's a couple older people now who are starting to get preggers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of funny.
Why is it funny?
I don't know.
Hayden's a virgin over there. He doesn't know what sex is. Hayden, how
Yeah.
do babies get made? Will you explain that to me?
When a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, they find their bedroom. They go in and they hug for a really long time.
Wait, do they hug on the bed or just standing up? Like next to the bed?
Standing up, why would they need to get in the bed?
I was told that they go into the room and play a game of clothesless twister.
I don't think so. I think that's no.
One of us has been told wrong.
Yeah,
and
I think so. Because
it was you.
after they get done hugging, standing up.
Do they
The
hug with the
sense-
clothes on?
Yeah, why would the clothes be up?
Okay, I just want to know.
Hold on, I would like to state that James is also in the same boat as Hayden.
Okay, so once they're hugging each other, clothed on, it sends a signal up into the sky, and a stork.
Oh my god,
Brings
dude!
your
Have you
baby
ever seen
in.
that baby movie?
Yeah.
That
Well, I
That-
don't
wait.
think I saw it.
I know, but
I
you know
might
what
have,
movie
But I
I'm-
know what you're talking about.
is that. So that's real?
Baby boss.
What do you think it's?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be real?
Dude, that's insane. I did not.
Yeah.
I thought that was just like a folk tale.
I still think that you're lying to me because I was told that they play clothesless Twister. So
Hayden, you even had the Twister costume,
Yeah.
and it was on your. The red spot was on your peen. So wait,
Yeah.
does
For fun times.
yeah, and close Twister.
clothesless Twister.
Did we just
Babies make.
did we just figure something out?
like we took 2 and 2
I need
and
to
got
take a
6.
break. I need to take.
I think Hayden is gonna have a. Are you gonna pass out?
I'm lightheaded. Oh man. You guys got any perks?
Kind of. Dude, we just solved the mystery of sex. We just solved
I'm
the mystery of
amazed
sex.
now. This
Okay.
is great.
You guys want to talk about JFK? You know, like 9/11?
Sure.
What do you guys think about that?
Bush did
Bush
9/11.
retard.
Okay,
Glad we could cover that one. Let's move on, next
You won't call
topic.
JFK and 9/11
You knew
two
this
different
was going to
things.
happen.
okay. Anyways, what do you guys think about that? 9/11 first.
Which
Let's-
one?
9/11.
JFK or
Dude, I saw a meme.
Bush?
saw a meme, and it was who got impeached before Trump.
There was Andrew Jackson.
It was-
Wait, Andrew Jackson?
I have no clue.
It wasn't
Bill
Jackson.
Clinton.
Bill Clinton, and then some.
Okay, so I saw a
I need
meme
to
where it
look
was
it
Bill
up.
Clinton, and it was Bill Clinton on the bottom and Trump on the top, and it was like, when you get impeached but didn't even get your dick sucked.
Dude, yeah. Oh, Monica.
I saw that one. It was fucking hilarious. I
the
saw,
worst
did you
trade
guys see what I
deals.
put in the group chat of the Christmas lights? And it was like, these Christmas lights didn't hang themselves. And then it scrolled past like Santa Claus and everything.
Okay.
It was like, neither did Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, quick thing. I apologize to any Andrew Jackson fans. I'm sorry. It was close.
shout
It's
out to everyone in the 1800s.
Andrew Johnson. That is my bad.
Johnson.
It is.
I'm triggered.
And so since Trump hasn't been officially impeached, he
Well,
really
okay,
he
so-
doesn't count. They've brought forward
Hey,
articles of
wait, stop. Later episode. Let's
yes,
talk
I
about it
know,
later.
but I have to finish this. He hasn't technically been impeached because he hasn't stepped down or his term hasn't ended, I guess.
No, it's not even because of that. It's
They
because
haven't- they
all
haven't
houses
sent the articles to the
Yeah,
Senate.
to the
and
Senate.
the Senate has to
Because
approve
the
it
Senate
too.
has to approve it.
Yeah.
Yes. But anyway, the only people where that was like,
Actually impeached.
yes, has been Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton. Just
And why was Bill Clinton impeached exactly? Like, what is the actual like reason why? Is it because like the
Honestly,
He
sexual?
lied under oath as well.
yeah, it was a bunch. It wasn't the sexual stuff.
Is that just stuff that got brought up after?
That was more of an ethics thing. But
Gotcha.
I would have to look into that.
Because I mean, honestly, I don't know. And why did the other guy?
Andrew Johnson? Yeah, I have not a clue.
Not a clue. When,
Yeah.
Well, let's just look into that for
I
next
was gonna
episode.
say.
Yeah, it's just, I feel like that a lot of uninformed people are thinking that just like Trump's out of the office, and I don't know. It's just, it seems like the more and more we further into this Trump presidency, or whatever, however you say that, is like, I'm really starting to realize how uneducated people are.
Oh yeah, it's stupid.
Like, it's sad. It's
Like-
really sad.
I didn't think I was that well informed just from having a government class.
Yeah, exactly.
But it makes sense. Like it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Okay, let's turn this around to something more funny. Dylan, why? So you said a female wanted to hang out with you. You want to talk about that?
Honestly, not really, but I will.
What? Well, if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to talk about
I
it.
mean, I'll just say it. This random black chick added me on
Get a
Snapchat.
little closer to your mic, dude.
This random black chick added me on Snapchat, and she continued to text me even when I would ignore her, telling her, or just like ignoring her.
Wait,
Like,
did she add you off off the podcast?
No, she was from around here.
That would have been hilarious, dude.
She was from around here.
Okay.
But she just like added me and kept texting me. I texted her back a couple times, and I was just like, okay, I don't want to text this person. She just instantly asked me. She was like, "Hey, you're cute. You should come over."
Why didn't you?
Because I don't want to go hang out with some random person. Because I'm smart when I'm on the internet. I don't know if I was about to go get robbed.
I know, but why didn't you like?
That's true.
Why didn't you like go be like, oh hey, why don't we go on a dinner date and like McDonald's,
Because fuck that.
Taco Bell?
No.
Fuck what then?
Taking a girl out on a date. That shit is dumb as fuck.
Oh, I see how it is.
She wants some of
Took a
that
girl out twice.
wetness.
Didn't get laid.
Didn't
It
get
was bullcrap.
Didn't get. I was
Maybe
okay.
you
So
take
here's
a girl out to build a relationship with her.
yeah, not to have sex.
Yeah.
I only wanted sex from this girl.
That's
That's fair then. He did openly
Okay.
say it.
okay. But
so
did
that's
you
fair.
did you go into this
You can do
telling
that
her
one.
that all you wanted was sex? Did she think that there was a possibility of an actual relationship forming from those two dates, not just that you wanted to get your pee-pee wet?
She was sending me booty pics the first night we were talking.
Okay.
So what do you think?
And
So I think you made the mistake through that date.
yeah.
There had to have been something.
I mean, if she's sending booty pics to you the first day you started talking, I mean, that automatically means there's an invitation of you fucking in their ass, right?
I don't know.
Okay, Hayden. I mean, Brody.
I don't know about the ass, but fucking her, yes.
So Dylan, where did you go wrong?
I ended up going to her homecoming.
And then what did you do?
I left her
Why?
because she's like, I knew no one there.
Well,
was
what did you
so
expect?
uncomfortable.
What did you expect?
I was so uncomfortable
What did you expect going into it though?
that I was gonna go to homecoming, then I was gonna get laid.
Yeah, but you didn't.
You could have done that though.
Probably could have
No,
got
she was
laid.
going to a party afterwards. She told me that on her way
So
there.
then why didn't you go to the party and fuck her at the party?
Yeah.
Because the party was like an hour away in Michigan. I was not driving that far.
Especially Michigan, you don't know what's gonna go on there. Like,
Hillbillies, dude, they get you every time.
exactly. Scary stuff.
It is scary.
I always go up to Michigan and I don't have any problems. So like, what the fuck's going on?
What do you do in
Oh.
Michigan?
Oh well, I go up to my people's house and we
My
we
people.
Yeah, my people's.
My peeps.
Yeah, well, you got something wrong with that?
No, I thought it was funny.
Oh,
He's gonna fight you through that mic.
let's go. Come on.
What just happened?
Anyway, now that we're done with
The
that.
two virgins.
Oh, our minds are interlinked. You cannot
Okay,
stop
so-
us both.
Hey,
But I go up and I smoke a bunch of Rankadankadank.
I like that.
Rackadank, Racka,
Rank-a-dank-a-dank.
Rankadankadank,
Yes.
Yeah.
Rankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadankadank
Rank it.
You're welcome.
How many states is weed legal in? Does anyone know the actual number? Because I mean, like, okay, legal. Or how many states are recreational? That's because I mean, Michigan's recreational.
yeah,
California's recreational.
medicinal.
Um,
Because there's a big difference between medicinal and recreational, obviously.
When it's recreational, it's just considered decriminalized, I do believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've
I think
actually looked
I
at
think when
this
it's
before.
recreational, no, it's not. It's still criminalized when it's recreational.
It
But there's
looks
laws
like-
you have to follow with because like in Michigan, I'm pretty sure the law is like
You have to be 21 to
yeah,
possess a
and like
recreational
you can have
card.
3 plants per adult. If you have any, it's something. Isn't this something?
Nope.
There's no
up in
limit?
up in Michigan, it is 12 plants per adult.
There you go.
Holy crap.
So I mean, like it's still criminalized. It's just I don't know.
It's
It's more-
kind of
it's
like
l-
it's like how they do with alcohol. If you get caught driving under the influence, you're gonna get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in Colorado, they treat it like alcohol, so you can't have it in
Like
public.
exactly the same laws.
Pretty
just
much the same
Well,
laws. You can't have it in public. You can't be under the influence while driving.
Can't be underage.
Yeah,
So is there?
underage, you have to be
Would it
21.
work like a weed bar then? Because I can go and drink at a bar,
There's places that are weed friendly. Yeah.
right?
There
Okay.
is a foreign country. I can't remember Amsterdam.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Amsterdam.
That's like the big smoke spot.
Yeah.
if you wanna do
I
it
think
legal.
that was the
There is
first.
legitimate smoke bars. Yeah, it was the first
Yeah.
place.
And that was the
to
first place to
become-
ever like
Yes.
make it recreational.
But like in California, you can walk around with it out and be smoking.
Yeah,
on
my
shit in
grandma went to
California.
my grandma went to California. She was like, her husband. She was like, "Hey, why do you guys smell skunks?"
Oh my god.
He's like, "No." My grandma's like, "No, it's just a lot of weed."
But in Michigan, I believe you can carry up to an ounce on your person.
Yeah, but if you get more than that, you get in trouble. If you have more than that, you get in trouble. Correct.
On your person, but like if you have it stored away, I think it's like I want to say a pound or two.
What?
I mean,
mean-
it's kind of like open containers.
Yeah, it would be the same as it
Yeah,
would
I guess
technically
you're
be the
right.
same as an open container if it's within like 6 or so feet, I think is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can get charged with an open container. But if it's
6 or so feet?
yeah, so like you can
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about weed again. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're talking about alcohol. I get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. Yep.
as
mhm.
long as you can't reach it from the driver's seat, I think you're good to have
Okay.
it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the law on that at all, but I mean, that sounds cool. I mean, it sounds cool. It sounds right.
It looks like 11 states have recreational and 33
33.
medicinal.
See,
Really?
the one thing I don't get.
11 states? Can you get a list of that? I want to know all the states. Go ahead, Hayden.
The one thing I don't get is how our federal government does not support weed. Correct? Does it?
No,
it
it's
has a
just
stance,
Actually, he's
right?
trying to Trump's actually trying to pass the bill to make it all recreation.
Right.
It's just, but it's
forward.
it's
But
just
right
state.
now-
It's just state.
But they still have, don't they have the
if
marijuana,
they wanted
like,
to, they could come and arrest you for it.
right?
The-
Okay.
the-
That's what I was kind of getting at.
Yeah, but dude, there's
They're
no.
not
hate-
gonna come.
yeah, there would-
Unless
you know
you they
big of
want
a-
you for something else, they're not gonna come.
I
You
hate
know-
that that's a thing. Like, if the states are going to do their own thing, then why would you have it in the first place?
Well, I mean, that's the whole point of the. I mean, the state. That's why there's a local, state, and federal government.
Yeah.
Like the federal government has no control over the state and local government. That's why it's even allowed.
Yeah. Because I think it was the, what, 9?
The 11 states are Alaska, California, Colorado, Illinois, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, Nevada, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington.
Washington?
Yes,
I
Washington.
mean, it's right above California, right?
Could you imagine
Oh,
growing in the
I was thinking of
redwood forest?
Washington D.C. I'm so
Yeah.
stupid. What?
See,
Washington above California.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like growing in a redwood forest?
That'd be crazy. I
I
want to go to
wanna
the
go see
redwoods.
'em,
I wanna
yeah.
go to that so bad.
I want to see the big old sequoia trees
Yeah.
too. Some
Like that just.
Northern California. or
Yeah,
something like
Northern California. I'm pretty
that.
sure.
That'd be so cool.
Like, I don't know, dude. I went to Niagara Falls and that stuff was crazy.
Yeah.
Niagara,
I
if
wanna
you
go.
ever get a chance to go to Niagara, like we went for a week and it wasn't long enough. It's like one of the, like we saw like Old Faithful, the geyser, and like we saw like the big things. But dude, there's so much stuff there to see. It's actually insane. It's so crazy. There's this one river that it's where a river, which is obviously cold, and a hot spring meet, and right in the middle of it is like a half of it's like a jacuzzi, half it's like a pool. In the middle of it's just like lukewarm water. We didn't get to go swimming in it though. It'd been
Isn't
really cool.
Old Faithful in Yellowstone?
We got to see Old Faithful go off too. Wait, what did I say?
You said Niagara Falls.
No, oh my god, I meant Yellowstone this
Yellowstone?
entire
Okay.
time.
Okay, I was gonna say I've been to Yellowstone.
That's why I
no,
was
I've
confused.
never been to Niagara Falls.
Okay.
Sorry, I meant
I-
Yellowstone.
I
Okay,
almost
that's what
got
I
to go
figured.
this summer and go see Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
I
That'd be
was supposed to
cool.
go up
which
to New
Niagara
Hampshire.
Falls is so close to us. I don't know why I haven't been there. Like I think it's like a 6-hour drive. It's just up in the UP, right? No, it's in
over-
Canada.
It's the
I
New
thought it
York,
was in
New
New
York
York.
side. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
There's a New York side and a Canada side.
I did not know that.
You should talk about your trip to Nashville also.
What about it?
Like, didn't you do some fun and like
Oh,
exploring and stuff there
in
too?
Nashville, I got to ride birds for the first time. Birds were insane, dude. Birds are so much fun.
What is a bird?
Bird is the word.
Bird.
No, it's just the scooter birds, and it's crazy there, dude. Because like you just zoom, people are literally just zooming all over.
That's
Anyways,
what I
birds
was
are just
kinda
all over, and
hinting
you're
at.
just zooming all around in the city, and it's actually a great experience. I wish they were like everywhere, and they're super cheap. It's
I
like,
took a Segway tour through Denver.
yeah, how was that?
Pretty sweet.
That's my mom said that. Your mother talked to my mom
Yeah,
about it.
it
I'm
was
like, dude,
awesome.
that's awesome.
That'd be pretty cool.
It's like the whitest thing you can do, but it was awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
You always see white families on those
Oh,
things.
you never see no black families or Mexicans or anything. White people. Let's go on a Segway tour of this.
Dude, it was
place.
really
Yeah.
fun. You can make.
Was
fun
it
all you want.
expensive?
Yeah.
It was pretty expensive.
Really?
Say it has to
My
be.
mom paid for it, so I don't know exacts. but,
Yeah.
I mean, you can make fun.
Was
of
it
all
was
you
it
want.
hard?
fun.
Was it like riding a hoverboard?
It's not that bad. You get used to it really quick as long as
Yeah.
you have decent balance. Like I picked it up really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were some older people that were maybe in their 40s that were on them that took a little bit longer, but
Yeah.
they were also drinking. So
No.
Yeah,
that's-
that'll throw your balance off.
All right, guys. I think this is gonna wrap up for this episode. This episode was, I don't know. I did not expect to go that deep into the whole drug realm of like get serious and our personal opinions, really.
Drugs.
But yeah, this has been the Malarkus podcast. You can find us anywhere you can find. Say it, Brody.
you said it right.
I know I
I'm proud of
did.
you.
I've been practicing. I go to bed every night. I say it 20 times so I
Hell
can't fall
yeah.
asleep.
Malarkus.
You can find us anywhere you can find podcasts: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, and that's just the Malarkist. Go give us a follow on Twitter, which is Hayden.
At T Malarkus.
Yeah, boys, go give us a follow. Maybe you see behind the scene things, maybe some bloopers. You want to post that Dr. Seuss bit we had going on?
Oh, we'll probably. We'll see here.
We'll see. Not to just spoilers. Me and
Yeah.
Hayden talked about how Dr. Seuss is what'd you say, commie bastard?
He may be a commie bastard.
Yeah, we have a whole theory
You have to
behind
listen
that.
to it to find out.
So this has been the Malarkless podcast. I am Joshua. Bye bye.
This is TD signing off.
This is guest star James. See you guys later.
This is Brody. If you forgot, go check out episode 4 on YouTube for those extra clips.
Oh yeah.
This is Hayden signing off the Malarkey Boys.
Oh yeah.